Hey guys, Chris from Bose Audio Installation, and today we're going to do a radio replacement on this Mazda 3. In this video, we're going to show you how to pull out this factory radio, head over to the bench, wire up the new harness, get the new radio in our adapter kit, and come back and get everything reinstalled.
Bose Audio Installation channel is sponsored by NVX and Sonic Electronics. Get 10% off all speakers, amplifiers, wiring kits, and more with coupon code PBAI at NVX. Also get 5% off all car audio components at Sonic Electronics with coupon code PROVOBEAST.
Now the first thing we need to do is get this factory radio out. Make sure all your CDs are out. Once you do so, essentially here, this whole top bezel needs to come out, which makes access for the screws that mount the actual radio in. There's two screws generally at the top, and the bottom of the radio are held in just with clips. So usually the easiest thing is to open up your glove box, and then what we're gonna do is start prying out. Now there's a little clip that, a tab that holds in. We don't wanna break that clip on this end. Using just a panel tool, carefully just pop that on out. Once you do so, that comes on out. Like I said, there's just a clip that clips in the side, and if you just pry out, you'll break it. You have to be super careful. Next here, you're gonna have two Phillips at the top. We wanna go ahead and remove those. Again, take your time. You don't wanna lose these screws because we're gonna need them again. All right. Now, since we're also going to be replacing the screen here, since it becomes obsolete after we pull out the radio, we're going to pull the two screws out, holding in the little screen up above as well. Okay, so with those four screws out, just give it a little tug. It comes on out as one piece. Lift it down. There's a little tab on the harness in the back. Go ahead and disconnect that, like so, and your antenna plug. This comes free. At this time, we're going to go ahead, head over to the bench, prep the new radio and the wiring harness to plug into this plug, and we'll come back and install it. Alright, so some of the parts that we're going to need for our Mazda. We have four main parts for the base model of the Mazda. We, of course, have our radio. We're going with the Pioneer, the DEH-S410BT. Bluetooth, aux, USB, AM, FM, CD, radio. You're going to need for your Mazda a wiring harness. We're using the Metra 70-7903 wiring harness kit. The dash kit that we're using for single DINs only, it's the Metra 99-7504. And then finally, our steering wheel control kit. To maintain those steering wheel volume controls buttons, we're going to use the SWIRC pack module. This allows us to adapt the factory system into an aftermarket setting. So what we're going to do here at the bench is we are going to marry up the colors from our aftermarket wiring harness to the wiring harness adapter for our car, matching mostly color for color. We're going to solder everything up, make sure everything is nice and clean. In addition to wiring, we're going to also tap into the necessary wires in the car. This is going to give us the instructions needed of what wires we need to tap into to make our steering wheel controls work with our new radio. So let's get started. So we got our Mazda 3 series. Now, of course, we're doing the 2004 through 2009 here. The wire that we need is the white wire, and it's going to connect into the pin number 10, which is white and black on the car. We're going to tune our module to version 3, and then it says C notes number 39. Now what that means, connect the interfaces right here, the white wire to pin number 10, which is white-black, of the vehicle connector. So that's the wire that we're going to connect this into. And then connect pin 9, which is the brown and yellow in the car, to the chassis ground. So we're going to show you how to do that and get that all wired up. So we're going to keep this out and available for us. So here on our pack module, as we get this all pulled apart here, There's a lot of wires. Don't let this imitate you too much. We're actually only going to need just a couple of them. So we're going to pull out power, which is red, ground, which is these two blacks. How the ground works is just it's white off here at the top. And then we're going to need just the solid white. And there's three whites. There's white black, and then solid white. We're only going to need solid white. We're not going to need the other whites. So essentially here we got white, black, and ground. These are the main connections we're going to need. So let's get started with the wiring. Alright, so what we've done here is just, as you can see from the video, we soldered everything up. Nice solid connections here. We also put some heat shrink on, which we'll just pull up to cover our connections. Then we'll just use a heat gun to shrink the tubes. The only one we didn't use is orange illumination. Our radio wasn't compatible. The solid blue wire generally is a power antenna or an antenna circuit. We just tied that into the red wire just because the Pioneer doesn't have a solid blue wire. It doesn't support one. So we tied it into accessory. And then the only other thing that we did is we added the power and ground to our steering wheel control module into the red and the black, as you can see there. So at this point we're done, except for that one last wire that we got to solder up. We're going to put the heat shrink on and wrap everything with Testa tape. Alright, tubes are shrunk. We're going to use some Testa tape and go ahead and wrap the harness. Alright, our wire harness is all ready to go. Now remember, we have to set our dial to 3 as indicated within the instructions. After that, we're going to go ahead and get our radio mounted in our dash kit. Okay, so we prepped the dash kit. Pretty simple. If you need the can to actually mount the radio within the kit itself. The metal can that generally comes with the new radio. If you don't have the can, you do have the ISO side brackets as well. That basically you can use. You screw onto the actual radio, and it clips in the kit as well. So multiple ways. Our wiring harness is all prepped, good to go. We have our Bluetooth mic, so we'll get that mounted in the car. Now we have our pocket. The instructions here with the dash kit also go over different scenarios, whether you have the automatic climate controls or not. You'll use this pocket or not, kind of depending on the trim level of your car. So read the instructions. So we are all done here. Let's head over to the car and get everything installed. Alright, so we're back here in the car. We've got everything all assembled with the kit. We plugged in our harness. Now, before we really do anything, we got to hook up our wiring for the steering wheel control. So we pulled back the shield here, just enough so we can expose the wires, and you need 2 of them. Now remember, on the bench we have the white wire and the black wire that we kept out from the steering wheel control harness module down below. Remember, this white wire has to connect in. This is actually pulling the feed from the steering wheel controls and feeding that into our module, and then this black one is of course the ground. Now on our actual wiring harness adapter here, you have white with a little black stripe, and then you have brown with a yellow stripe. We need those. It's pin 9 and pin 10 on the factory harness. So the one that our white wire from our adapter hooks to is the factory white and black wire. What we did is strip just that back. We separated the wire, exposing the copper, and we soldered onto it. Now for the ground side, because we just have to ground this one, the brown with the yellow stripe, hooked our black wire and again soldered onto that. We're going to go ahead and tape that up, make sure it's nice and clean, and we'll put some Testa tape on that as well. And that's what we need to do for a connection. For programming the module, you have to go through the steps that come with the pack. We use version 3, so the first thing that you need to do to program this is you hold the little button on the side here before you start the car. You hold that button, you start the car, and what that's going to do, it's going to set this module up and ask you for what car version you want. Once you do that, you click 1, 2, 3, because these Mazdas are version 3. Once you do that, you wait just a few seconds, and it will blink 3 times, indicating the version you just entered. Then immediately turn off the key. When you turn off the key, that saves that version number in the module. Next, go ahead and plug in your steering wheel control 3.5mm jack into the steering wheel control input. Usually on these Pioneers, it's labeled as WR. Once that's plugged in, you're going to go ahead, turn the key back on, and at this point, we're going to go ahead and program. You're going to immediately, after turning on the key, hold down the button for just a few seconds until the LED stays solid. Now, since we're doing a Pioneer, when we press and hold the button on the side of our module and it stays solid, we're going to go to our Pioneer. Then what we'll do when it stays solid, it's ready to program, we'll hit volume up, we'll hit volume down. Since this has a mute here, we'll hit mute. We won't use preset up or preset down, so we'll just tap the button once for preset up, tap the button down for preset down to skip those. Source, we'll hit source. Track up, track down. We'll skip band, we'll skip phone menu, we'll skip answer call, end call, and voice activation. Just because this does not support 2 touch buttons, so we can't press and hold buttons. And also, this is just a simple single DIN, which a lot of these won't apply. Once you go through all the steps here, you don't touch anything, you wait, and it will blink 3 times, indicating the version number of the car. And then after that, then you're going to test it. If it doesn't work, go ahead, follow the instructions, and again, start from step 1. It may take you a couple of tries. It's not perfect. We went ahead and did ours. It took us a few tries, and everything is working on the radio. Volume up, volume down, track up, track down, source, and mute. All good to go. PAC also has a great website to kind of walk you through the process. They also have tech support in case you get stuck. And again, follow the instructions. That will certainly help you through that. Since we've gone ahead and finished our wiring, we'll tape everything up here so it's nice and safe. We put our Bluetooth mic in up here on the 8-pillar, and we just tuck the wire down the seal up underneath here, and we just fished it through one of the holes in the dash, bringing the other end connection here. That'll plug into the mic input on the back of the radio. We'll make sure we also plug in our antenna connector. At that point, we're just about good to go. We'll get the radio in, and we'll show you how the pocket up above that replaces the screen also fits in. And go to that point. Go ahead and plug in our Bluetooth mic. Plug in our antenna plug. Good to go. We're going to just tuck this guy back on in here. Okay, so the bottom should clip in. We're going to use the same 2 screws that we used to pull the radio out. Just like so. Make sure it's all clipped in and secured. Now for this pocket, whether your kit comes with this little pocket or not, what we did with this pocket, with the Metro kit, is you pop the factory pocket out. Well, it's just a little window which displays the factory screen, which we'll no longer use. It becomes obsolete with this install. So instead, undo these 2 screws, and the pocket supplied with the Metro kit will just clip in and screw together, and it'll just provide you a little space that you can store stuff there. And then be sure to put in the 2 screws where the original screen was. That just ensures that nothing moves or gets out of the way. Go ahead and remember to first put in that inch, and then we'll just slowly work our way down, clipping it in. Okay, now at this time, let's just do a quick final test here. Volume up, volume down, track up, track down. Mode is your source button, which works. Then we got mute, which works as well. That's it for this video. If you have any questions on this install, just go and post a comment below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll certainly see you in the next video.